Okay, one thing a lot of people don't do but probably should, and it's at least a good idea to do it, is uh, oil samples. Now, you can make an argument for I use synthetic oil, I don't need to, blah, blah, blah. I have a Cummins, they run 1,000,000 miles, whatever. The fact of the matter is, your motor is your lifeline. Whether you're doing single pole or you're doing multi-hull. So, the nice thing about an oil sample is you don't have to do it for oil longevity unless you wanted to. I did it in 20,000 mile intervals to see how happy the motor was being, or better way of saying, just to make sure that all my wear metals were well within tolerance. And if any one of the wear metals was to become out of line, then I know I have a problem coming up. Like tin. That tell me rings are going bad. Copper means bearings going bad. Um, this is stuff that you're not going to see. It's stuff that's going to happen. I don't care what kind of oil you use. I changed my oil every 10,000 miles. I used regular Rotella T4. Oil change done in Napanee at the Dodge dealer for $68. And, you know, 3 trucks over 1,000,000 miles. I cannot justify the added expense for running synthetic. Uh, so, some people, oh, I run synthetic, that's all I run. Okay, good for you. I've got over 500,000 miles of oil samples with regular Rotella T4 oil that shows every motor that I've ever used and sampled was wearing fine. Um, Now your 19 and newer Cummins that requires full synthetic oil, so you have no choice but to run synthetic oil. So get a little bit of mileage out of that oil. Buy the pump from Blackstone Labs. It'll come with a tube. Remove your dipstick. Attach the sample bottle to the pump. Pump out some oil. Send it off. See how long you can go on that. If you can do a 25 or 30,000 mile interval, do it. If you can change your oil every 30,000 miles and the oil's still good, your TBN's all where it needs to be, go for it. Uh, Nothing wrong with that. But you want to know when that failure is coming, and the oil sample will help you determine when that engine failure is going to happen. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. Uh, if you do, one thing you want to do though, if you're doing oil samples, is you want to do them at a consistent amount of intervals. So if you decide, well, I want to do them every 40,000 miles, then do every oil sample at 40,000 miles. If you want to do them at every 20, then do it at every 20. If you want to do it every 50, do it every 50. But the point is, do your oil sample at every interval. Don't change it up. Make it consistent. That way it gives you a reading and you'll know if something's going bad. So just figured I'd touch on that real quick. It's the best $30 you'll ever spend. Blackstone Lab. They send you the kit for free. You fill out everything, send it in. They charge your credit card. They give you a report. It's very detailed. And for those who don't know what is acceptable, what's not acceptable, they break that down. It's very detailed, well worth the money. Again, Blackstone Lab. Google free oil sample. Click on Blackstone Lab. There you go. Y'all be safe.